us off, big dog.
Welcome back, Barrel Aged Men. I'm Chris.
I'm Heath.
And it's been a couple of weeks, maybe longer. Feels like it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
All because somebody can't, seem to be home long enough to...
Yeah.
Some of us get to travel all the time while others have to work all the time.
Well,
See how it is.
It's the holidays too, so, with Thanksgiving and all. But I think it was before Thanksgiving that we actually videoed, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so tonight's lineup is I took a trip up to Missouri. And
See, told you.
Yeah, that was for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, always have an excuse, don't you?
See my sister up there and family, and had a good trip, and nobody killed anybody and all that good stuff.
That's always a bonus.
Survived, yeah. But I did hit some couple of liquor stores while we were up there. And
do you ever not hit liquor stores? Can you pass a liquor store? I'm just curious. Can you actually drive past a liquor store? No, the answer is no, he can't.
I can if I've been there before and I know what they got, so.
You've already been there for the allocated,
yeah,
can't get anything
more
else,
of the convenience stores, I can kind of skim by those because I know they just don't have anything, so, but yeah, so I stopped in at, this was on Black Friday, stopped in at Ellisville's Dogwood Wine and Spirits. It's in Ellisville, Missouri, basically, let's see, that'd be southwest St. Louis, basically, western St. Louis, I guess. But anyway, found these five, talked to a real nice guy in there, I can't remember his name, but he kind of steered me to the 4 or 5.
Have you ever met a not nice guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
We got to tell that story.
Well,
it wasn't on this one, though, huh?
It wasn't on this one.
Oh,
let's not go down that rabbit hole right now. But
I want to know about the not nice guy.
Yeah, because, coming from out of town as a Southerner, I don't know what Missouri's, I don't know what their whiskey scene is and all that. So you kind of got to start talking to people and figure it out. But he steered me in the direction, and he said this ought to be good and this ought to be good. So we went down the line and picked up a few bottles, and we're going to try them out tonight. So
outstanding.
Yep. So this first one here, that one's yours. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a J. Rieger and Company. It's called 6 Column Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I think it's a take on the Missouri Tigers. They're in a bowl game, by the way, this year. So
that's not saying much.
Well, I know they're
they
up
got
and
bowl
down.
games for
They're
everything,
man. I know, but
Hoboken.
I believe J. Rieger is out of Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Anyway.
So, okay. So this,
it's a 90 proof.
They're Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
No, Missouri.
How do you know?
Well, you'll make me look at it again.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Missouri.
People need
Kansas
to know
City,
these
Missouri.
Things. All right then.
It's a Mizzou bottle. Come on now.
Oh, no.
Anyway, let's see what that's like, because we got 5 lined up here, so we don't want to...
Yeah, we don't want to make this a 50-minute video.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually really good. Wow.
Really?
I was actually got
on that fast?
Yeah, I did. Well, that's because I'm trying to hurry us along here.
Okay.
So, how much did you pay for that?
That is a $40 bottle.
Wow, that's a good one.
And it may be their go-to brand, and they slapped a label on it, kind of a commemorative. I don't know.
It could also be that I pre-gamed a little cognac, and right now anything might taste good.
It's good. I like it.
I like that one. That's really good. That's a nice smooth.
I'm getting a little oak on it. It's not aged a whole lot. It's probably a young one, if I had to guess. But it's good. Yeah, and after that cognac that we tasted, we never had cognac before. We didn't know what it was. A guy told me to buy a bottle.
I knew
at
what it
$45. It's like, I've never had it, so we tried it.
I don't think I've ever had it, but I knew what it was.
So.
All right, hurry up, move it along.
No, so what do you think?
I liked it.
We need to kind of mentally rank them when we get done, and we'll you give me 1 through 5, and I'll do the same thing too.
All right.
Yep.
Kind of go back to our roots again.
Exactly.
All right.
So this is a single barrel reserve Stowlock whiskey, certified Ozark Highlands.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And you know what's weird is they've got a date bottled and a proof on it, and it's not been filled in.
You could write anything you want in there.
I mean,
does that change the actual alcohol content
maybe
on it?
somebody had to run the restroom.
If you just write in like 120 on that, all of a sudden,
I have
bam.
no idea what it is. So anyway.
Ooh, it's expensive.
This was a $70 bottle, so I'm hoping it's good. Distilled and bottled for Stone Ledge Spirits, Union, Franklin County, Missouri. So
All right.
let's see what it's like. I don't know the mash bill or anything on it, but we'll find out.
Honestly, I mean, I actually like the nose on that one a little better. $40 is winning it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't tell the proof, so I don't know.
Oof. Yeah, the $40 one won for me. I don't know. That one's not my go-to. Yeah, that wasn't. That had a heart. That had a harshness to it.
That's a higher proof. If I had to guess, I'd say that's probably 100 proof.
Yeah.
So
There was no smoothness to that on the way down at all. That burned from the get-go.
So keep in
And
mind,
as I could tell from your reaction, it obviously did on you also.
we don't want to throw down on any of these bottles, but keep in mind these are all brand new, just opened, neck pours. They've been sitting out 10 minutes max.
I'm not getting down on anything other
No,
than
no,
the fact.
no. I'm just saying. But,
just saying.
Good review will come back, and these will be sitting for a couple of months, and then they're really going to open up. So, but anyway, but you're right. This is not.
If I'm going to sit down and sip
I
it,
was hoping for more.
yeah. If I'm going to sit down and sip it, that's not going to be a go-to for me. If I'm looking to get hammered, maybe. I don't know.
Look at the
If you're
legs
gonna
on
mix it.
that. I think it's got to be 100 proof.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure
not,
it is.
It's not super.
But I mean,
strong.
again, like I've had other 100 proofs that didn't taste like that.
Right.
So,
All right. Moving on. So this one here, actually, I found this one in South Carolina.
holiday.
Soft red wheat, bottled in bond, so we know it's 100 proof.
Wait a second. Does that have Mater on the front of that? Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Like Mater.
Yeah, so this is actually a 6-year. It's got the distilled date on it and everything, and the rick house and the floor and all that good stuff. 6 years. So it's a $60 bottle, bottled in bond, straight.
I better
bourbon whiskey.
cleanse after that.
That's true.
Should I gargle? All right. Let's see.
Let's see what we got here.
I mean, he's got a little sweeter sweeter nose. Doesn't have the oakiness of the first one, or honestly, I'm sorry, but the second one had a little harshness to it, even on the nose. Smoother.
It is a little more viscous too. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as thin as what I was picking
Right.
up on this, but
And it's got
none of them are
almost like
bad yet. I mean, none of them are like offensive by any means, but certainly. I'm not getting a lot of nose on this. I don't know what it is.
No.
It's just kind of flat.
but I don't know. That one's kind of like nondescript. Yeah, didn't surprise me. Didn't disappoint me. Just kind of
Yeah.
It's $60.
Right.
So
Probably 40 to the locals.
Next
I
one.
don't know.
move along.
You didn't get that, did you?
Probably 40 to the locals. Yeah, I heard you.
All right. So this one right here is downtown St. Louis.
That almost looks like a Jaeger bottle.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, apparently it won best category rye whiskey at something. It doesn't say.
Wow, they even put it on the bottle.
Still 630. Do you know what the 630 means?
At night?
No.
Oh,
Give you an idea. So it's got the picture of the arch on there.
wow.
What is that?
the St. Louis Gateway Arch.
630 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
And it's the same width.
You must have just gone, huh?
I did.
Yeah. Did you go up to the top?
We did.
Did you
was
ride
first
that
time.
little?
Yeah. 5 of us in there.
Oh yeah, head to head, knee to
yeah.
knee. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
I did that back in like the 1960s or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't think they hadn't even completed it yet, and I was still riding up it.
It was, and it was packed. I mean, we had we got our tea time or whatever you want to call it, but it was fun. I've been there a dozen times as kids and whatever.
And what's interesting, is like
But
to
I've
get
never
on
been.
it, you go way downstairs.
Is that my phone actually ringing?
Yeah, of course it is. It's because you're that important. Better check and see who it was too.
No,
Oh, look at him. He's even checking it out.
No, I'm turning it down.
Was that the wife?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Let's go. You bet.
Probably shouldn't say on. Let me just put this aside over here and make sure my watch is not ringing because
Anyway.
I got a different watch.
Yeah, I
it'll
see,
ring
yeah.
next. So
Like-
anyway,
So anyway,
but yeah,
underneath the arch, there's actually a whole nother. I mean, they still had the whole museum and everything underneath it. It's actually a really neat place to visit. I mean,
is.
it's surprising.
Yep.
And you go down. What is it? a couple hundred feet to get on the elevator before it goes, because it curves out
Yeah, I don't
and
know
then
if
comes
it's that
back
deep.
up over.
Yeah, but yeah, it's but anyway, it's the National Park Service runs it now. The arch, it's part of the National Park Service.
And it
or
still
whatever.
works?
Yeah, and so anyway, couldn't carry in there and all that good stuff. So you know, you
Oh,
had to disarm,
man. Well,
disrobe, and you know everything.
Did they actually check you?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like going through TSA at the airport.
Wow. They should start doing that at the state parks.
That's our where we live.
All right, we
But
should
anyway,
probably test this.
Yep, and this one is actually down.
There's a little lip.
real close to the arch. It's downtown. It's a 90 proof. But anyway, we were going to try and get to the distillery, but they were closed on that day. I think it was a Saturday
Wow.
or maybe a Friday. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, let's see what we got. Enough about the arch.
Yeah. There wasn't.
It's got a good nose.
Well, I mean, it wasn't overpowering. There wasn't a lot
It's
there
got
for
some
me.
sweetness on the nose. This is by far the sweetest one.
Yeah. So far, if I'm gonna rate them,
yeah, that's
I
good.
still like that one better.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go back and retaste that one, but it's that one, then that one, then that one.
Yep.
So far.
Yeah, this is my number one right now so far.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one.
All right,
Hurry up.
easy now.
Come on now.
Let me get one more sip.
This video's gonna take like forever.
Everybody likes a long video, right?
No, nobody
No?
likes long
The
video.
guy who uploads it doesn't like it.
No, the people who are trying to watch it have probably already exited.
All right, this one is Switchgrass Spirits, bottled in bond, so it's 100 proof.
All right, that was great.
No, I mean, it's got the mash bill, 63% yellow dent corn, 25% red winter wheat, and 12% malted barley. You know what? This ought to be a good one.
Based
No
on-
less than 4 years. So this was $55. So let's see how that one tastes. Real quick on this one was $48, just FYI.
Yeah.
So what are you getting on that?
Nose hair, apparently.
Watery eyes.
I got my old man nose hair sticking out, and they're tickling my nose all of a sudden. I was going to yank a couple out, but, I'm on video, so.
Let me rinse.
Yeah, I probably need to do the same thing. You know what? Usually I don't, pick up on a lot of stuff, but for some reason, this has, like, a cherry,
got
a
something
fruity,
different in
I don't know if that's the right term. Fruit. It's very fruity.
I do. There's a different sweetness in
Yeah.
there. It's not a brown sugar caramel.
No, it's
I
more
can-
like
I can
almost
pick
a
up-
cherry
Maybe
or.
it is a fruit. Yeah. My palate is not quite there yet, so probably going to take years of this to figure that out.
Didn't translate to the palate.
Ooh. What is that?
Tastes like soap.
No, don't say that. You can get that in my mind. It's not soap.
I don't know, but it didn't translate from the.
It's got an aftertaste.
Yeah,
to it.
I know.
It's kind of, it's like stuck right here. Soap. Easy now. All right, I got to come back to it.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna try.
So, so just for context, he's the nice guy. I'm gonna pretty much tell you what it is. But he's a
What is that?
soap.
No. Like,
Turpentine?
like somebody didn't rinse before they reached in the barrel. I don't know. No, I don't know about that. But all right.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, it's not
It's
terrible.
not offensive or anything.
No,
it's
no,
just
it wasn't.
different.
It
that
wasn't
next
what
to
I
that
was
one.
expecting.
Yeah.
And it had a more of a cleansing feel than.
Like a Brillo pad going down your throat.
Yeah. Man, all right. So if you're gonna grade them, grade it. What do you got?
I'm gonna go 1.
Ooh, surprised.
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I'm gonna go 2.
Ooh, where are you going?
I'm going 3, 4, and 5.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm gonna go 1 over. You know what? Let me just verify this real quick.
I mean, this was. Oh, see how it opened up?
See, I still like this.
The nose on it's just super
I still like
sweet
this
now.
one. I mean, between these two, they were close. They were really close.
No, this one over here, this is 630. It's sweeter. And I guess I have a sweeter taste tonight or whatever.
It is sweeter. It is definitely sweeter, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But if we were going to pair a cigar,
Ooh.
segue, you know,
We just happen to have someone in the
a
house.
cigar expert.
Exactly.
I have heard that he is an expert in all things cigars.
Introduce him.
This guy. Okay. He's going to come in here, but he doesn't have a mic, so I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to talk into I get to hold it.
Yeah, you could always.
I thought I could lean in.
You could have, but we could have
I'll back up and let y'all do your thing if you need to or whatever, but yeah. So what, introduce him.
So this is Andres. We don't use last names on here because somebody's a little wigged out by that.
He's on the list.
He is.
They'll find us anyway,
Yeah,
right?
They already have.
Yeah. I just don't want them knocking on the door, right?
Okay.
I'm kind of that guy.
They might want a shot of bourbon.
They might.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it'd be okay if some guys were, but, you know, we don't need the whole world here, right?
So anyway, so he's the cigar expert. He knows everything about cigars, and we're going to pair some tonight. What do you think?
Should go with what?
After listening to us,
let's talk about the cigars that each one of us picked.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right, so
now whose is that?
I'm going to talk real quick. This is mine. This is a Perdomo bourbon barrel aged.
Okay.
Connecticut wrapper. It's got something in it that I guess you call filler.
Yes.
You should know more about this than I do.
There's binder and filler inside of that cigar, right?
Okay, and what kind is it?
Essentially, the three things that constitute a cigar is the wrapper, the most expensive, usually what gives you a lot of the flavor, but not all of it. That's a mistake that folks can make sometimes. And then there's binder and filler.
Okay.
And there is different types of tobacco that go all into this that gets you the way it burns, the amount of nicotine, the flavor, all sorts of things that go into this.
We only have so much time.
I know.
Oh, come on.
But
easy on him,
you brought me
He's
into
new, but he's not new, so I can pick on him.
He'll
pick on me.
He's usually here every night, by the way, when we're videoing.
I was going to say.
Not always, but, you know, he's
behind the
We're
scenes.
glad that he's up here tonight.
Well, I just got promoted from the live audience
That's right.
to the cigar
He was our
expert.
live studio audience, Studio 1.
So Perdomo cigars, Connecticut wrapper, which many times gets put down to Connecticut, the Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, down to a mild cigar, but Perdomos are known for not being a mild cigar. So something to bear in mind. That'll catch you. A lot of people will tend towards a Connecticut because they want a mild cigar. They don't want too much spice. They don't want too much of anything.
Because I'm a rookie at this.
Yeah, just be careful with the Perdomos.
Is that right?
They're wonderful.
Okay.
They're wonderful.
All
So
right, cool.
I would say...
That's yours?
That is...
Yeah.
Which
that is mine.
Yeah.
Somebody brought me.
And by the
one.
way, I guess I should say I just realized I was touching the wrapper with my fingers instead of the band. So I'm sorry, Heath, you're smoking this, but that's okay.
All right.
Should I be offended?
Tell them about the one that you brought for me.
So
this was a gift from Andres tonight. Yep.
So I would say with that Perdomo, I would go with something with a little more zing or a little more higher proof cigar. Bourbon, something with a little more impactful flavor.
Okay.
Because even though it has a little more nicotine, the flavors are a little more muted than you would get out of maybe this one. So this is the Bolivar Cofradia. So Bolivar was essentially the guy who kind of ran the revolution against the Spanish in South America, and he freed all the countries. So he's a pretty big dude in South America. And this would be a medium-bodied cigar. This is the highest nicotine cigar of the three we've got.
Ooh.
And no one knows that.
And
a lot of times they start smoking this, and they realize when they go to stand up,
Get you hooked on something.
yeah, they got to sit back down.
Is that right?
So the beauty of any of the bourbons is there's sugar in them. You do want to keep a little sugar in you when you smoke a cigar. That's something to bear in mind. Do not smoke these on an empty stomach usually.
Oh, yeah.
Because the nicotine...
That's the only way I smoke them.
Yeah, don't do it. As many as I've smoked, I've made the mistake a few times, and it doesn't go
What
well.
happens? You just don't feel well?
I don't want to go into all that could happen. But yeah, you don't feel well. It can
yeah.
go into varying stages of not feeling well, too.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is a great cigar. This will actually have a little more sweetness to it. This is Ecuadorian Sumatra. You're hearing Ecuadorian Connecticut, Ecuadorian Sumatra. There's a little sweetness. It's from Honduras.
Nice.
Honduras and Nicaragua are right next to each other. In fact, the fields where they plant the tobacco are literally on the border with each other, so there's a little mixing there. So this is actually a great value cigar, too.
Yeah.
It's not going to break the bank.
Okay.
So
Is that why you gave it to me?
yeah, that's right.
We got to keep it live here, right? We're all friends.
And this last one, and I'll try to wrap it up.
right, wrap it up,
that
no
one
pun
is yours,
intended.
and it's real expensive, right?
It's actually not too expensive either. So this is the AJ Fernandez New World. This is a all Nicaraguan, where I guess the Perdomo is an Ecuadorian plus Nicaraguan. This is the Bolivar is Honduran plus a little Connecticut in there. This one is fully Nicaraguan. They call that a puro, puro. Which means pure.
That means pure, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Even I can pick up
Wow,
on that.
yeah, wow, you
Whoa,
are
I studied.
on top
So-
of it, man.
So you guys were talking about your bourbons, and there was a couple that are a lot sweeter than the other ones.
Right.
I would recommend this one to go with a sweeter bourbon
Okay.
because it's going to have some pepper, it's going to have some spice. Nicaraguan cigars are known for that.
Wow. Cool.
So there you go. This
All
is
right.
also a great cigar, full-bodied in flavor, not as high in nicotine.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well,
All right,
we
thank
got
you, sir.
we got a little research to do. Thank you, Andres. And
Hang
we're gonna
on, don't- you can't leave
I
yet.
was ready to go. I want to go outside and smoke my cigar.
We
We're
are
gonna
we're-
do that,
So
yes.
no, that's called research. We're going outside to research outside
Yes.
right now. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Cheers.